Hey there everyone, welcome to English Valley Cafe. I'm Anne. Today in this lesson we're going to talk about two phrases that are very common in spoken English, and we use them to help us sound more natural and fluent when we are speaking. And the two phrases today are let's say and let's just say. So we're going to start off first with let's say. So the pronunciation here is let's say. Let's say, let's say. So we use the phrase let's say when we want to introduce a suggestion or like an estimation when you are talking about figures, some numbers, and also when you want to give examples. So let's take a look at some example sentences. So imagine that I'm sharing with you tips on what you can do to learn new words, what you should do when you see a new word. So I can say, let's say you come across a word that you don't know, what should you do? The next example is using let's say to give estimation. So we often use this when we are talking about some kind of numbers at work, or when you are in sales, accounting. Imagine that you are in a business meeting and you are talking about the profit of an item. You could say something like, we could profit, let's say $7 on this item. Or you might be talking to a financial advisor about investment, about financial planning, and your advisor might say, let's say you invest $5 today. In 10 years, your ROI or return on investment might triple. Okay, so here again, you're giving like an example, an estimation. Now, when we use let's just say, we are implying that there is like this long, complicated history behind a situation or behind somebody's action. But we don't want to talk about it. Okay? We don't want to give the details of the situation. So we'll just say something like, let's just say, and then give a quick summary of what happened. So for example, let's say you went to watch a movie and your friend asks you, hey, how was the movie yesterday? And you don't want to talk about it because it was boring and maybe something unpleasant happened at the movie theater and you were so tired and you fell asleep. But you don't want to get into the details of what happened. You can just say, let's just say I fell asleep halfway through the movie. Or imagine that after a meeting at work, your coworker asks you, hey, why was Ken so quiet today at the meeting? And you know what happened. You know that Ken is not happy with the boss's decision about this important issue. So you don't want to talk about it. So you might say, let's just say Ken was not happy with the boss's decision. Another scenario might be your friend just broke up, okay, and they just call off their relationship. So your other friend comes to you and say, hey, what happened? Why did it break up? You know what happened, you know all the juicy details, but you just don't want to talk about it. So you might say, let's just say they didn't get along well. So notice in these examples, typically we'll use let's just say at the beginning of the sentence, and then we'll just give like a really short, brief explanation so we don't get into the details. All right, so that's the difference between let's say and let's just say. Now it's time for you to practice. Imagine that we are co-workers, we work together. And one morning I see you really tired and you're really low in energy. You just don't feel well. And I asked you, what happened? Tell me down in the comments using let's just say, and then tell me what happened. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you find this video useful. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It will help me tremendously to push this video out to more English learners. And I will see you back here next week for a new lesson. In the meantime, if you would like to learn more phrases that we use in conversations, check out this video over here. Thank you so much, and I will see you back here next week for a new lesson.